What's up? We got JoJo, Part 2, Episode 20, Young Caesar. So this episode starts off with a flashback to Caesar as a child, where the narrator says that Caesar grew up with a father named Mario Zeppeli, and he always loved his father. He was a true Italian in the Naples. But one day when Caesar was 10, his dad just vanished without a trace, and this grew a hatred in Caesar that would cause him to want to kill his dad for abandoning him because they did have relatives, but the relatives only chose to take from them instead of help them. So Caesar grew up into a delinquent, a thief who threw all of his future away to become a thief who did arson, murder, and a bunch of other stuff. And he would use a wrench on his opponent and then take them out without realizing that he has the Haman skill. So one day when he was 16, Caesar saw his dad, Mario Zeppeli, and wandered into the Pillar Man cave, where he attempted to touch a diamond, which his dad, unknowingly knowing that was his son, saved him from. So his dad's last wish was for Caesar to meet with Lisa, again unknowingly that he was talking to his son, and Mario Zeppeli gets killed off, being absorbed into the Pillar Man tree. And now we cut to present day. So where Caesar goes to confront Cart with Messina, his instructor, thinking that it's crazy that Caesar would want to fight the battle alone. But then we see someone in air attack Messina, and we learn that person's actually wawmu. Yeah, wawmu is still there, not Cars. It's wawmu, and he is. So wawmu. Yeah. Now intro time. Boom, 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 boom. Bam, 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 bam. Anyway, yeah, there. Intro time. So Caesar attacks wawmu, but wawmu turns his grandfather's Haman cutters into bubble cutters, which attack wawmu. So they go into this house where Caesar decides to attack wawmu. But as soon as Caesar attacks wawmu, Caesar lets go of the sunlight, keeping wawmu in place, and wawmu attacks Caesar. Using his and Jojo and Joseph and Lisa notice that Caesar is gone. So they decide to go after him, and they hear the divine sandstorm of wawmu, and that wrecks Caesar so badly that Caesar is about to die. But before he dies, Caesar decides to do what his grandfather did before him, and use all of his Haman to give to Joseph. And he takes wawmu's lip ring to give to Joseph, so it will release the poison from his heart. So wawmu decides to seize a bandana full of Haman and his lip ring, and is about to attack it, but then he realizes that he should just let it go. Not because he's sentimental or anything. He just knows that Caesar was a great fighter, and will let him rest in peace. So Joseph and Lisa discover the wreckage of the home that Caesar was fighting in, and seize the Haman of energy. And they use it, but they notice that Caesar isn't with them, so they notice that Caesar died. And Joseph wants to grieve, but Lisa's like, this is no time to grieve right now, Joseph. We have to attack the Pillar Man. Even the narrator is like, "We will miss you. R.I.P. Caesar Zeppeli." This was a sad episode, man. I didn't know this episode would get that sad with the death of Caesar Zeppeli. It was a good episode. It was a really good episode, seeing the backstory of Caesar, how he had a dad who but he had no idea that his dad was just taking up the mantle of looking for the stone mask, just like his grandfather, just like his grandfather / Mario's dad did. I think Mario's dad. I'll be the roundabout. I'll make it out now. I'll spend the day away, driving through the sun, even at the valley, even around the lake. Mountains come out of the sky, and they stand there. Only to see you, bam, 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 bam. I'll be there with you, bam, 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 bam. What's up? We got JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Part 2, Episode 21, 100 Against 2. So this episode starts off with Joe. If you guys can count every time I see this episode starts off, it'll be really cool. So anyway, this episode starts off with Joseph with the narrator talking about how the hotel used to be a castle before it got turned into a hotel. But then the owner died, and now Cars uses it as a way to keep him out of the sunlight. And the narrator states that Joseph and Lisa know nothing about this. He literally states that. But anyway, after the intro, we see Joseph and Lisa walking through the hotel. They're walking through. Then Joseph notices a doorknob that has a hand, and it reveals that it's actually a person. It reveals that it actually killed its girlfriend and escaped prison, and then Cars turn it into a vampire. So Joseph and Lisa try to destroy it, and they accidentally release all its real spiky form. Spiky! So Lisa decides to. So he decides to hit on Lisa, but Lisa's like, she is she's not in a good mood. So he's like, but you can try though. And she puts on her shades and uses her scarf as a way to blow up the mom. And he's like, to destroy him. And he's like, hey, that girl needs to be punished. And Joseph is like, oh no. I love when he says oh no. And I love it that I try to replicate it. It's so good. He's like, oh no, I'm sorry, dude, but with that amount of hormone, you're about to blow up. And he does. He blows up. But they have no idea that Cars and Wawmu are actually in the next room. Are in the next room. Are in the next room. So they decide to go and in the next room. So they decide to go and confront them. He's like, So Lisa's like, Joseph, why haven't you drinking the antidote yet? And he's like, because that Caesar took off Wawmu's lip ring. And he's like, because this isn't just about me and Wawmu's battle. It's about me and Caesar's friendship. So I'm gonna drink this after I defeat Wawmu. Can you hold it on for me? And she's like, no, you're better on to hold it on for yourself. So they decided to go and confront Wawmu and Cars. And Wawmu and Cars are like, yo, what we'll give you the Stone Asia. And then so they have to prove it's real. So they prove it's real and give it to him. Stone Asia power. It's Stone Asia time. So, yeah, but they're like, hey, Joseph, our battle is going to be on chariots. So then we reveal that the horses that they're using are turned into vampire horses. And vampire horses, because, yeah, that's the show. Vampire horses. Yeah, not cool, guys. Not cool. So, not cool. So that kind of was the episode, and then they reveal that whoever falls off loses. So that's kind of where the episode ends. So I really enjoyed this episode. This episode was really good. It was cool to see more of we go on Lisa's backstory as Joseph finds a picture of a baby Straighto, a young Irna, and a young Speedwagon, and she and Lisa confirms that she was that last season on part 1, Irna saved her, and she was because her parents were killed by Dio, and she was and she was raised by Straighto, and even though she doesn't know how to take Jojo defeating Straighto, she just knows that he went mad knowing that he was aging. He went crazy. So the thing is that, and then yeah, but she knows it was fate. He would have to deal with Straighto. But anyway, that's it for this video, and I'll see you next time for more JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, episode 22.